Welcome to episode 8 of the Good Boy Vibes podcast.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy G, back with another episode of the Good Boy Vibes podcast. And today I'm here with a special guest, and this is my boy. We grew up together. We went through some crazy Amish times. We went through an Amish school, Amish tradition, and a beautiful lifestyle.
Very beautiful lifestyle.
Very beautiful lifestyle. And this is my guest today, Ethan Polachek. So give a round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. Gio, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And what you're going to notice with this podcast, a fair warning, is we already filmed a part of this podcast. We've been through this, but with some technical difficulties, some things were disappeared. And we're back here on a different day. So
this is a bit of a take two.
It's a little take two. So, expect new stories. You might not hear the same things you would have heard, but hopefully we bring you some joy and some laughter on this fine day. And, you're just going to have to be prepared for whatever happens. And you're going to notice that midway through the podcast that our outfits are going to change. Our appearance are going to change.
Don't be alarmed.
Don't be alarmed. We're still doing the same thing.
Yeah, there's no need to be scared.
Don't get, it's fine. And I hope you guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. But, this is what we're gonna do. So if you don't know, Ethan, we went to, I've known him since I was 3. We went to preschool all the way through 8th grade. Best buddies, best friends, we still are, but when we were younger, we only had each other. We went to a school where, a lot of weirdos, a lot of crazy cats.
Yeah, it was Amish. So there's a lot of people you wouldn't see in your normal day to day.
No, a lot of, skirt wearers. All the teachers wore skirts. We had knitting as a class, gardening as a class, yoga as a class for a period. Eurythmy, what even was that? What was eurythmy? We had that as a class. What was it though?
I don't remember. That was just a big word to me. That's all that meant.
It was a lot of prancing around a room and going like this.
Yeah,
it was literally that.
And we would have like little wands with ribbons on them,
And we'd dance and we'd have a good time. And it was a good time, and so we're here to reminisce, have it, show our, let you live this experience with us, and try to maybe have you guys dive deep with us to experience what we once experienced and how it shaped us and how we became who we truly are today. And that's what we're going to be doing here today, and so we're going to dive deep into this. We have some beautiful questions to dive into. And I'm excited to share this with you guys. So thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And thanks to everyone who sent questions. That's awesome.
Yeah, there are a lot of good questions, and we're going to open up with a question from a very tall lady and a very nice lady. Oh, geez, she sent another. Okay, hold on.
Okay, so you guys went to Amish school, which is very cool. Ooh, rhymed. Anyways, and, I know you guys did really, alternative classes, different from, I guess, quote-unquote regular schools where you did yoga and stuff. And one of my questions is, did you also have, a haircutting class to cut hair? Do the classic Amish bowl cut? Or were they, kind of against that because it was, stereotypical and could be considered offensive that, all Amish people have this cut? Because they don't. But, were you given, a tutorial on how to, cut hair like an Amish person? You know what I'm saying? Just think of that.
That was a great question.
That was a great question, and I'll be the first to answer. Yeah, we did. We had a class where it was because we went to an art school. It was very art forward. Yeah. And we had a class where they would sit us down and we would take one of the local Amish, one of the guys working out in the field, and if he needed a haircut, they would bring him in and they would start teaching us the traditional Amish cut. And you might think maybe there's a fade, maybe they'll get a little bit of an afro. You get a guy coming in with an afro. But we would just do a traditional thing where you would put the bowl over the head and just trim around the corners and see
Yeah,
what's good.
what she mentioned about like would we not do it because it's a stereotype? No, we absolutely would, because stereotypes, they're based somewhere,
They're based in
and
fact.
that one's based in Amish.
It's based in
Big
Amish
time.
fact, and that's part of the rituals that we would do. I remember one time we got what was it, Mr. Doorknob? Mr. Dorshawn. No, it was Dorshawn. Mr. Dorshawn.
Oh, I remember him.
A great guy and
Yeah.
a furry beard. And I remember he was like, "Hey, Gio and Ethan, come give me a trim." And so we
You
were
remember
like,
he would always let us like touch his beard because it was big and poofy.
it was big and poofy, and he
You
didn't shampoo.
could reach your whole hand in there.
Yeah,
you know?
could, and you maybe sometimes you grab out a coin or a nickel or something like
Yeah.
that. Who knows? But he would always have us touch your beard, and sometimes he was like, "I don't even want it shaved. I just want you to come over here and touch it." And we'd be like, "Oh,
Those were the best days.
those were the best."
Yeah, no work to do.
no work, just a full 35-minute period of
You just get to go elbow deep in
elbow deep
Mr.
in
Dorshan's beard.
Mr. Dorshan's beard, and he was a crazy cat, but we trimmed him up nice and deep like a few
Yeah, we did.
times. And he was, I don't know, it was different with him. I don't know if it was really a sexual thing for him at the end of the day or what if he was getting off to it, but I'm just glad that we gave that man what he wanted and what he deserved because he was always plowing
Yeah,
those
he
fields.
was a hard worker, and you know, at the end of the day, you know how it is to go get a nice haircut with the kids, and we did that for him.
We did that for him, and I'm glad that
Yeah.
we could provide that service for him because
Definitely.
he was one of those guys that deserved that service.
Yeah. Speaking of weird classes, we had this. This doesn't sound weird at the surface. We had a woodworking class, and most schools have woodworking classes, right? But this one was there were no power tools. There wasn't even an outlet in the room because like we had hand cranked drills, like none of those cordless.
No.
Pull the trigger and it
Sometimes you'd
goes.
just be going like you'd be churning butter and you didn't even know. You thought you were fucking making some wood, but you were just
Yeah.
churning the local butter.
Yeah, they were big on the butter churns. And then there was this one thing that was like a bike that you would sit on and you would pedal it, and it was like a drill on its own. You remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah,
And
'cause-
here's the thing. You think we're joking. We're not. This is literally
This is-
dead
this-
serious.
yeah,
You
really.
got on this bike and you pedaled and it would drill holes into wood.
Yeah.
It was vibes, too. It
was
was
a
like
lot
a
of fun.
privilege. If you got to go on the bike
Uh-huh.
that day, it was like, Gio gets to go on the bike today. It's
Yeah,
a big
because
day.
there's like a big schedule sheet laid out where we could all like this day this person's gonna be on the bike.
And
It was a
you
lot
would
of fun.
you would be there for the full, and it was a double period, so you'd be on there for freaking an hour and 10 minutes, and you're just like, your legs are tired, you're sweating, and people are yelling at you, people are throwing things, and it's
Yeah.
just,
It was a good time though.
it was a good time. Another fucking, and I just remembered this, and this wasn't even a class, but I just remembered that I fucking unlocked a memory, is we had the Advent spiral. Like,
Yeah.
bro, the Advent spiral and what that is, and I don't even know, it was some religious thing. And then later on, because we went to a
think it was-
private Amish school, but we weren't religious. So Advent
Yeah.
is a religious thing. So they had to change the name to,
It was like the holiday spiral.
The holiday
Because
spiral.
Advent has something to do with Christmas or whatever.
yes, whatever. But basically, you went into a dark room where there was
Pitch
just
black.
pitch fucking black. Couldn't see anything but the candles that were lit. But I mean, when you first walked in, there was no candles.
Yeah.
And so you would sit down with your classmates, and then one by one, swift music, violins, or an orchestra would literally play.
Yeah, they brought in an orchestra because some of the teachers played music. So we had like violins, cellos, you name it.
All the fucking the whole cat and caboodle, the whole kit and caboodle.
The
or
whole
whatever.
cat caboodle.
Yeah, and as the music played, one by one, you would grab an apple with a candle shoved into it, and you would walk around the spiral as slow as you could. I remember going so slow because I'm like, if we go slow, it'll take a while.
Yeah,
and
because
we'll miss
you got pulled out of school.
you got
for
pulled
it,
out of
so-
class. So if you went slow, if everyone was going at their slowest rate, then you would be there for like an hour and a half.
And it was this whole ceremony. So a teacher wasn't gonna come and say like,
Well, no.
Gio, Ethan, speed this shit up.
She did. Miss Crawl 100%, our teacher 100% did. At least to me, and I think she did it to you too. Because
Oh,
I
she
remember
might
one
have.
year we had a pact where like, let's just go.
We
let's
would have
fuck-
had been going slow though,
We were
because
going-
it was a big deal. Like,
It was a big
you
deal.
Don't interrupt
no one
it.
goes fast.
Yeah.
But we were going so fucking slow just to get this time, like get this class period stretch it out as far as we could. And you would have your apple with a candle shoved like violently into it, and you'd walk around the spiral, and at the end there was a little candle, and you would light it. You'd light your apple candle, and then somewhere along the spiral as you're walking back, you'd place it there. And that's all it was.
Yeah, it was literally just
That was
walk around.
what it was.
It was like you walk around this spiral of vines, and then wherever you want, you just place your candle there.
And then you're done.
And that's it.
And then you
That's
sit
all
down
it
and
is.
you're quiet for however long it takes.
Yeah.
One time, and I don't know if you remember this, one time the Advent spiral happened, and an old teacher who had gotten Alzheimer's or dementia, she was our handwork teacher for a little bit.
Miss Lim?
Miss Lim, she went through and she had to like have a guidance girl come through and help her.
I'm trying to remember. That seems like something that would definitely happen to her, though.
Because she got dementia, like she formed it in her brain. And then there was a counselor like helping her through the spiral. And then when she got done, our class, all the girls at least, because girls are stupid, as soon as she got done with the spiral, they all started clapping for her. Like, how patronizing is that, bruh? Like, you just got done walking a spiral.
Can you imagine, like, your job is to teach these kids, these little kids, and then they start clapping for you for walking through a spiral?
Walking through a spiral, oh my God, bruh. I remember being so embarrassed for her. I'm like, all she did was walk through a spiral. Now you have kids. They're like, good job. We knew it was hard for you. But anyways,
she was a good lady.
She was a good lady. I think I don't know if she's any longer with us, though.
She's not.
She died?
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Damn, rest in peace, Mrs. Lim, dude. She's a crazy Asian.
Crazy Asian.
Crazy Asian. Crazy Rich Asians. A good movie if you've never seen it. We're going to move on to the next question. And this is coming from Ellie. And if you don't know who Ellie is, it's, this is a girl that also went to the Amish school with us. She also attended this school, and she is legally your stepsister.
Yeah, that's correct.
And legally, she's my ex, in a way.
Legally, yeah.
Legally, my ex.
That's crazy.
So I'm sorry that I did that to you one of these days.
Do you want to talk about that? Or?
No, I just, I tried to keep it a secret. I didn't want you to know because
Well, the cat's out of the bag now.
I mean, you did know previously. This isn't the first time you've heard it.
Oh, okay.
But so she but
you said you block away things that you don't want to remember. So thanks for bringing that up again.
Oh, you're welcome. But it's not a big deal. We've talked about it, and maybe it is a big deal. Who knows?
I don't.
We're gonna hop into her question though. Let's hear what she has to say.
Alright guys, so I too went through fucking Amish hippie school with you.
Amen.
What was by far the funniest time that you pissed off Miss Crawl, or any of the teachers really, because I just remember you absolutely terrorizing her for 8 years.
Now Miss Crawl was she was our teacher and if you went to the Amish school, most schools, you go a year, and then the next year you got a whole new teacher. At Spring Garden, the Amish elementary, you kept it. You got your
teacher,
first grade.
You get the teacher in first grade. They go with you till 8th grade.
Till you graduate. Mm-hmm. And that's like a crazy concept. And it was one that sometimes it didn't work out. If you get a bad teacher, you're stuck with them.
Yeah.
But we luckily got like a fire teacher, very understanding.
Yeah, Miss Crawl, if you're out there, thanks so much.
Shout out to you, Miss Crawl. You're fucking awesome, and I love you. And thank you for letting me be who I am. Letting Gio and Ethan be themselves, and although we caused you hell and chaos,
lots of it,
and some probably horrible vibes along the way, you shaped us to who we are.
Yeah,
and that means a lot to us. But what was some of the horrible shit we did to her? Because we did a lot.
I don't know.
Bad shit.
Oh, that's a tough one. There's so many things like the punishments that we would get. First of all, are like they were weird. Like we would get sent out into the hallway.
Yeah.
And we would just stand there. Like that was the punishment. You just stand outside and like if someone's walking through the hallway, they see you, they go like, oh.
Yeah, it was just public embarrassment.
That's really it. It's like it was just humiliating, but like
It was
That was
never.
it.
It was never. You have a detention. It was like go out in the hallway, and so people can laugh at you as
Yeah.
they walk by. And it was honestly one of the worst things.
Yeah, but we got that one a lot.
Oh my god, a lot.
Yeah,
We literally
like-
got it from 1st grade to 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy that we were 14 years old and still getting sent out into the hallway. And then I remember one time it got so bad, like she was getting so annoyed with sending us out in the hallway because at a certain point when you're like 14, 13 years old, you getting sent out in the hallway, you don't really care anymore. You're just like, fuck
Yeah.
it. I don't give a shit. So she started getting like more crazy about it. And instead sending, like if we got in trouble, instead of sending us on the hallway, sending us to another classroom. It's
Yeah,
like,
that
yo,
one was
go-
devastating.
Yeah, go over to the third grade classroom and sit in on their class. You know how embarrassing that is when you're just 14 years old, just walking in and you're like, hi.
And
you're just-
it's like always in the middle of the class. So like they're learning something, and then you knock, you walk in, and you're like your shoulders are hunched, and then all the kids are like
You're-
they're in here because they're in trouble,
Oh, yeah.
and then they're all laughing, and you just got to sit there in the corner.
and just shut up. And
Yeah.
you just have to sit there and be like, I don't know. That was like the most embarrassing. I got sent to another classroom once, and it was a grade below us, so it wasn't that bad. But I just remember literally being in there for like 45 minutes, and it was the first time that I paid attention in class for like a long time. I was like, shit, like I
Yeah,
actually have to
it's-
pay attention now. I can't just fool around. Like I actually have to sit here and be quiet.
Yeah,
or-
because it's not your teacher now. It's another teacher that you don't really know that well. So you gotta shape up.
you gotta be on your best behavior so you can get
Yeah.
out of there soon enough. And oh my god, was it embarrassing? It was.
Yeah.
Oh, what was some other? I mean, it's just so hard to recall all the shit that we used to get in with her because there's so much.
Yeah, there was this one time where so at the beginning of the day we turn in our homework from the night before, and so we were all turning in our homework, right? And the teacher, Miss Kroll, she knew me and Gio really well, and she knew our parents, so she was like pretty comfortable with us. But this was like 5th grade, and so we turned in our homework, and I only did like half of it, and so she asked me, she was like, Ethan, why didn't you do the rest of your homework? It wasn't hard. Like 5th grade homework just isn't hard. And so she asked me, why didn't you do the rest of it? And I came up with some shitty excuse. I forget what it was. And she goes, just the finger. And then she gets real close to me and she goes, bullshit. And hearing that as a 5th grader from your teacher, who's like, you don't even hear them say the word piss.
You don't
right?
hear them say piss.
And if they say bullshit, that's the scariest moment of your life.
You're just like, your life flashes before your
Yeah.
eyes, and you're just like, because you hear the word on movies and maybe from your
Uh-huh.
parents here and there, but
Yeah.
hear from your teacher, someone that you're just like, oh, they don't cuss because they're a teacher,
Right.
and she gives you that bullshit.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, it's a whole new world of like,
And we're talking like like her face was red, veins popping out. It was scary.
yeah. Well, I never did homework, so it was just, she didn't even bother telling me bullshit. She would just
Did
be
she
like,
ever give you have you write down all the homework for the days? Like, because she had me do that because I was really bad about doing homework. So she had me write down in a little notebook all the homework every day. And then she would check it and my parents would check it.
No.
Really?
I don't know why, because I was clearly a lot worse at school than you. And
Well,
I
she
got
had me do
none
that.
of that treatment. That was probably communication because your stepdad at the time was a teacher there. There's
Yeah.
probably just better communication. But I did none of that. Like, I was just a troubled kid all through school. I just never did anything and I hated it. But I liked the vibe of it because we got to do a lot of cool shit.
We did.
I remember one time we pissed off. Me and him made our Spanish teacher cry once, and
Yeah.
that's a pretty crazy story because it just involves a lot of our drama. You know, us getting mad at each other, and
And
which
she just got caught in the crossfire.
she got caught. And so basically, one of these days, you know, it was our Spanish teacher, and you know, when I got to Spanish class, one of the times I noticed there was a little water bottle in the corner. And one of the days I walked over to the water bottle, I shook it. I was like, "Oh, there's water in here." And then the next day went by, and the next day went by, and I noticed that the water bottle was always there and it always had the same water level. So at one point, I decided that this water was to be mine because you get thirsty in class sometimes. Sometimes you get that thirst.
And it wasn't just sitting out in the open, right? There was shelves upon shelves in these rooms, and it was like in the far back of one of these shelves.
Yeah. So this is my water bottle. So I'd take like a sip or two each class once a day, and this was my little thing, and I enjoyed it a lot. And so this asshole decides to.
Yeah, so I knew he loved it, and so I was thinking I'm gonna pull a prank on him. I'm gonna tell him I spit in his water bottle, his favorite water bottle.
Which is not something you do.
Yeah, I mean I didn't actually spit in it, but I told him that. He was so mad and
Furious.
and
Because
so
who does that though? Who takes another man's water bottle and just goes?
It was a good prank. I mean, it worked. We got him. But so I was standing up there at the desk talking to the Spanish teacher, and for some reason, there was just a jar of honey in every single room in that school, like just in case you needed it.
When you go to an Amish school, expect tons of honey.
Yeah, honey butter. It's in every room.
It's just everywhere. You'll never be in a fucking
lack of honey.
You'll never be lacking on the honey.
Yeah. So I'm standing there talking to the teacher, right, and then I just feel this hand full of honey slap down on my hair.
And that's what you get, homie.
And yeah, and so how do you react to that, right? So I got really mad, obviously, because I knew I didn't spit in his water bottle. So that
I didn't.
And so in my mind, he was just doing that to be a piece of shit. So so the teacher, she was kind of freaking out, but she didn't really know how to handle a class. That she was really new to teaching.
She was pretty stupid.
Yeah,
and still
she was good at Spanish though.
She was good at Spanish, not good at teaching it.
Yeah, and so I was pissed at Gio. So I took some soap, because there was a sink in every classroom too. So I took some hand soap in my hand and I slapped it down on his head. And I was expecting him to get all mad and like pissy, right? But he just like goes, "Ooh, thanks for giving me a bath. Thanks for putting that in my hair. It feels good."
Bro, if your homie hits you up with the free clean on the hair, how are you going to be upset? You got to think
it was just it pissed me off so much because he just pissed me off. He just slapped me with honey.
I don't know why you didn't go grab her. Oh, she definitely hit the honey right.
Oh yeah, right away. So my only option was the hand soap, and then he loves it.
I love it. I love you. Hey, you want to any ladies out there want a quick way to my heart? Put some slather, some
shout
hand
out
soap
to the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies. You slather some hand soap in my hair, man. We cuffed, bro. It's over. But that was so much commotion for this poor little lady that she ended up crying.
Yeah, she realized she couldn't control the class, and that was devastating to her.
It was devastating. We got written up for it. She had to talk to her parents.
Yeah.
It was bullshit though. She overreacted, and who cares? I remember that wasn't the first time I made her cry. I mean, I made her cry another time. Because I accidentally called her fat, but I didn't. Like, it wasn't on purpose. Like, I didn't mean to call her fat. I meant. Anyway, so we were one of the days we were hanging out. We were with me, him, and one of our friends, and we went to the mall, and we were shopping. One of our friend was looking through the store called Torrid, and we had never been in Torrid.
Yeah, like, how would we ever hear of
Torrid is a plus size woman's clothing store, but we didn't know that. We were just like, we're in a fucking store.
It's a girl's store.
It's a girl's store. It's girls' clothes. Who gives a shit? We're just boys. We don't care. But anyways, I went into Torrid and I came up with a saying like, "Torrid, it's horrid." And I don't know because I'm an idiot. And I was like, oh, it's funny. It rhymes. Torrid, it's horrid. So we were at Spanish class. And the thing that you got to know about me is if I have something in my head, the chances are it's gonna be said. And sometimes that gets me in trouble, and sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's not good. And I just remember leaving the class, because we'd leave the class, we'd shake our hand and be like, "Senor," or something, whatever. Something Spanish. You'd leave the class and say something Spanish to the Spanish teacher. And when I got to the hand, I looked at her and I said, "Torrid is." I looked at her and I was like, "Do you shop at Torrid? 'Cause it's horrid." Simple, like that.
Like he was insulting her, like just her outfit, right?
I wasn't even trying. I don't know. I was just rhyming. But even if like it wasn't a plus size woman store, I guess it's mean to call her horrid. But she took offense because she thought I was calling her fat. And this woman was a lot of things, but fat wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
She was low-key bad. She was low-key bad here and there, bro. Sometimes you'd catch a little glimpse and you go, ah. But, yeah, I made her cry, and I had to talk to my teacher. I got to the classroom thinking everything was cool, and then Miss Crawl was like, Gio, come here. I was like, what? And I get over there, and the Spanish teacher is just bawling. She's so sad. She's like, you said Torin, and Torin is for fat girls, and you think I'm fat? And I'm like, no, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm just a fucking kid who's like, Torin is horrid. And I mean, dude, I love.
I can't imagine being a teacher and taking anything from a kid seriously.
Especially us.
Yeah, really. Like they knew us.
They knew what we were, and they just were like, "Oh yeah, this kid just called me fat." And I guess that would be something I would do. I'd probably call a teacher fat, but
yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't trying to.
Just if the opportunity arose, you'd probably call someone fat. But
yeah, I call teachers fat behind their back a lot. But I feel like
that's not bad. I feel like every teacher knows that some kid's gonna say that.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get called fat here and there.
Yeah.
Every teacher's been called fat by one of their students, and that's just science. Okay, we're gonna move on to our next question, and this is coming in from a good girl named Sarah. And Sarah's a great girl, and she's a nice girl, and this is her first question in the podcast. Let's hear what she has to ask.
Why did he leave Amish tradition? Was it hard to adjust after leaving? Is he disowned from ever coming back to? Fuck, hold on. Did his family disown him? And was he the only one from his family to leave?
That's a good question.
That is a good question, and it's not only him. It was me too. The fuck, but
yeah.
Go on, tell your coming out story, not in a gay way, but just in a normal, transition way.
It was tough because you grew up your whole life never seen a computer, never seen even a calculator. We everything, all the math was by hand,
and head,
and then head was by hand, and then. And then you go to public school for high school, or in his case, he went to private school. But still, you're out in the real world, right?
You're doing real world things. You're not Amish anymore.
Yeah, because Amish, there's no high school. You go to 8th grade, you work the field.
You work the field. Yeah, as soon as you graduate, most of the kids that we graduated with, they're plowing. They're plowing. They're doing mowing. They're mowing.
You know what's the worst about that? There's no way to keep in touch with them unless you want to pull up to their farm.
You have to go to their farm. You have to say what's up.
Yeah.
And there's just no real communication with them anymore because they don't have phones. They don't believe in it. They just believe in.
You know what they do have though? All of them. They got the big beard.
They got big beards now. Yeah. See, you got a normal man's beard.
Yeah, I keep it short.
I got a little stash. These motherfuckers, they got a whole tang on it. You know?
Yeah.
They got the Duck Dynasty.
So it was tough to switch from that because typing, first of all, typing papers is so much harder than I thought it would be because we would write everything by hand. And so it took so long to learn just where all the buttons were and stuff.
Well, dude, I still can't type. Straight up, bro. I'm that double finger, bro.
See, I've got these ones. These ones are going crazy.
I got that, bro. It takes me so fucking long to write a goddamn paper because I can't. Bro, I'm just double fingering it, and I get made fun of a lot too. And I double finger a lot of things, but papers is also one of them.
Yeah,
that's one of the highest ones I do.
Well, I get 6 in there.
Damn, bro, you got them 6-finger hitter, dude.
Yeah, so that's tough. But I mean, there's so many different things like that you wouldn't think of, like what's an email, right?
Yeah, what is a text message? What is that?
And so that was tough. Those transitions were
What
tough.
is a light bulb? What?
Yeah, really. We were just talking about it earlier. We had candles. Yeah. But the thing about does my family still love me? Would I be welcome back to go visit my my hometown, our hometown? It's a little iffy because of course our families still know that we're blood, but they would be looked down upon if they saw if anyone saw them with us. So No, I guess we wouldn't be welcome back.
No, we're not really welcome back, and we have. Sometimes I'll send a pigeon. I'll write a letter and I'll have a pigeon send it to my family, but we don't really keep in close contact just
Yeah.
because they don't like the decisions I've made by breaking away from this Amish tradition. They don't want to really be involved with me anymore, and I love them, and they always tell me they love me, but it's just that connection there isn't anymore because we chose to leave.
A lot of Gen Z have been breaking away from the Amish community. I'm sure everyone listening knows someone or a couple people that are either trapped or that have broken away,
Or just pressured by their family to stay in this.
Yeah, really.
And it was difficult, but we made it through. And we're here to tell the story, and this is like kind of like we're opening up about our childhood and how it was nice, but it was a little bit detrimental.
Yeah.
to us.
But I mean, we power through. Obviously, here we are talking about it with you guys.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we can let you experience this with us because I don't know, the family thing. I mean, it's hard to talk about, but the only thing I can just answer as truthfully as I can is the connection isn't really there anymore, but the love is still. You can still feel it in your heart.
Yeah,
You can
definitely.
still have it, and that's important to always have. Is family. Yeah, but it was a tough transition. I remember the first time I saw a phone, I passed out. Like I pissed my pants and passed out, and they were just like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "What is it?" And they're like, "It's a phone. Everyone has one. Like you're gonna have one here soon." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I had heard of sending telegrams with the Morse code.
Yeah,
you know?
you told me a little bit about it. It kind of scared me at first.
Yeah, it's a freaky thing, like using this lightning to send a message. So that I knew about that, but I had never seen a phone until like midway through high school, and it was crazy.
It was now look at us.
Yeah,
Like I got my own. It's crazy.
No more pissing your pants and passing out. Right?
No. I don't.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Sometimes I vomit in my mouth a little bit, but I suck it back down because I'm a man about it. But yeah, it was a tough transition, but we're here now, and we're here to tell this story.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next question, and this is coming in from Gracie, a prior guest to the Good Boy Vibes podcast, and she's here to ask us a question, and hopefully we can answer it to the best of our abilities. And thank you for sending this in. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hi, this is Gracie. I'm a viewer from Columbus, Ohio. Can you talk about the whole monkey situation? I think you know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
And
Gracie, we do know what you're talking about. Thank you so much for the question. When I was growing up, we had monkeys. And like not big ones, right? We just had little. They're called marmosets. They're like that big. You can hold them in the palm of your hand. Eat them in one bite.
Bro, you had a huge cage of monkeys in your house at all times.
Well, they needed a big cage because they jump around a lot. And you know what? The blacksmith in the village, it was like a year and a half to make that cage.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
And you would think monkeys, that's a great idea. They look so much fun and they look so sweet and whatnot. They stink like nothing you could ever imagine.
Oh God, dude. I remember going over to your house. And they stink, but it's also your fault for putting the monkey cage in the middle of your kitchen.
We didn't think they would stink that bad. And you don't realize how bad it stinks when you're living in it.
Yeah.
Because it just slowly sneaks up on you.
Till you got a guest.
Yeah, but I mean, people don't want to bring it up like, hey, your house smells like a rhino's asshole. What's going on
like
here?
a monkey's piss and shit.
Yeah.
No, dude, I would come over there for a pasta dinner, and midway through the pasta dinner, I'm getting a little whiff of fucking little Jeremy's little coom, or fucking a fart or so tooting. And bro, we were at dinner sometimes, and y'all would open the cage and let the monkeys loose, and they'd just be running around our shoulders while I'm trying to eat a fucking pasta.
It's fun to see them run around though.
It is fun.
Yeah,
it's cute
fun.
as fuck, dude. It's so cute.
Yeah, but they're stinky as fuck.
You had fucking 7 monkeys at one point, right?
Almost. We had 2 monkeys at one point.
Sick.
We had 2 monkeys, and then one of them died, broke his back, and then And then we got another one because the other one got lonely. So
Well, you fucking and your mom, and I remember when she ended up getting that, she brought the monkeys home illegally, right?
yeah, she got them in Florida, or she got one of them in Florida, and you're not allowed to bring monkeys on an airplane. That's like a rule, I guess.
I feel like that's a pretty wide known rule. Don't bring a monkey on a plane.
Yeah, like who would do that? My mom would. So she was in Florida. She got a monkey, and then she just like tucked it into her bra over her heart, and
Right over the
they like look for heartbeats, right? And so the little tiny one of the monkey was covered up by her own. So then she was just like chilling in there with a monkey on her boobs, and then she like they didn't catch her. She made it all the way back to Ohio. Then she got 2 more.
Shout out to that though, for real. That's crazy. I could not
Yeah.
imagine putting a monkey in my breast.
Me either. They've got some sharp claws and some
Oh,
sharper
bro,
teeth.
I got scratched by a few. I got scratched.
And they're
a few
loud.
times.
I don't know how she got it.
Yeah, bro. They were like,
They're shrieking and shit.
They're fucking loud. Like they sound like a person who stubbed their toe.
Mm.
Like they like.
But just all the time.
All the time.
So
It's
I
just
don't know.
constant
Maybe
stuff.
she drugged it or something. Gave him a roofie.
Gave
Who
him a
knows?
little. Gave him a little Benadryl. Maybe it popped a little Benny.
I feel like one Benadryl would kill him.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah,
It
for
just
sure.
fucking killed a monkey immediately. No, but yeah, they were crazy. It just what you had so many animals at one point. You had like 7 dogs,
Yeah.
5
5 cats.
5 cats, and you had a fucking
And then the 2
a
monkeys.
bunny.
Yeah, my brother had a bunny for a while.
You had a donkey for a while.
We had a horse. We had 2 horses with dwarfism. So their
You
joints are
gotta
bad.
fucking kid.
So their joints are bad. So you can't do anything with them.
They were just in
and
your
they
backyard.
they come up to like your waist, right?
I always thought they were fucking donkeys.
No, they look kind of.
I was
like
just always
donkeys.
like, oh, my friend Ethan has a donkey in his backyard.
I mean, they're less useful than a donkey. Like they're literally just there to shit in the yard.
Yeah,
That's-
bro. And
that's
eat
it.
some grass here and there, man.
Yeah.
Shit and eat.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I've had a lot of animals.
I've only had dogs. Like, I had a fucking guinea pig one time, but we sold it because I hated it. It was gross.
Yeah,
It would just smell my room. Like, you'd walk into my room and you'd be like, oh, it's kind of like your kitchen at all times. When you had fucking 8 monkeys roaming around. But, yeah, dude. The monkeys were crazy. They were a good time, though. They were, like,
Yeah.
worth it.
yeah. I mean, they were worth it for a while until like you walk into your house after a long day at school and then you just smell monkey shit.
Yeah.
Like in the entire house. There's nowhere to escape it. So that kind of sucked. But the monkeys were cute.
God damn, were they cute.
Yeah.
They just fucking look at you. They'd get pissed at you, and sometimes they'd be happy with you. They'll be so happy with you, and then a second later, they'll just be like,
Yeah.
just biting your earlobes. It's crazy. Next question in from the pod is from my good cousin Camden. He's always coming in with the good questions. I have not heard this question yet, so we're going to find out what he's asking as we go along.
I'm excited.
Hey, Gio and Ethan, it's Camshaft. Big fan of the pod. I had a serious question today. This weekend I had a nightmare that my rats were ran over by a car, and I woke up pretty devastated. Anyway, I was just wondering if you guys read into dreams a lot, or nightmares rather, if you guys have a lot of them. I just want to get your thoughts on dream interpretation. In this case, nightmare interpretation. I've been pretty shook up by it. I don't have nightmares often, but just want to get you guys' opinion. Thanks. Bye.
Cam, you had me in tears.
So a little backstory on that is my cousin Camden has 2 pet rats. And he was
Really?
telling me this over the weekend. He had a dream, and we spent the night over at my cousin's house, so I was beside him while this dream happened.
Mhm.
And he woke up in the morning and he told me, he's like, I had a nightmare that my rats were just like one of them, I think just one of them was ran over by a car, and like he saw it just get squatted and how gory it was, and he like was very upset like the whole morning about it.
I thought that he had like rats in his house, like unwanted, and he got attached to them.
No, like No,
They're his pets though.
they're his pet, so he's pretty devastated. And
That's tough.
it is really tough. But do I look into dreams? Because I don't like my dreams I rarely, yeah, like he said, I rarely have nightmares. Do you find yourself having a lot of nightmares?
Not often, no.
I don't know if I read into dreams a lot. I have this reoccurring dream, and I've told a lot of people about this, but I have this reoccurring dream where a man walks up to me. It's probably someone I know, but I can't really recognize them right now. But they come up to me and they go, they have a the baby in their hand, and they in the other hand they have a kitten, and they look at me and they go, "You can have this baby. You can have this newborn baby. This will be your baby that you get to have. You get to keep." And I'm like, "Okay, that sounds cool. Like, give me that baby, please. I would love to take care of it." And they go, "Well, if you want the baby, you have to take this kitten and just smash it on the ground."
Ooh, that's a tough choice.
And I've always taken the baby.
And just
I've
smashed the shit out of that
I've smashed
kitten?
the shit out of the cat.
Wow.
Each
You
time.
just stain the concrete with
I
that
stain the
cat.
concrete, and it happens a lot. So it's happened like 3 times. I've had this dream.
Every single time you choose,
I'm
just
like,
gonna
I want
beat
this.
the
I'm
fuck
gonna
out of
because
that
I don't know
kitten.
what's gonna happen to the baby if I don't fucking choose the baby, and I want to take
I
care
feel
of this
like
baby.
if the guy has taken care of this kitten for, like, we don't know how long. How old do you say the baby is? Maybe a month? 2 months?
It's an infant. I don't really. I
Okay,
never get to
so-
see the baby's face. Really, it's just a baby.
Okay. So this person probably knows how to take care of a kitten and a baby because they brought them both to Geo. So
Hmm.
that's a tough call because, I mean, the baby could be fine. What if that's the baby's dad? What if that's the kitten's dad? It's a dream. You don't know.
I don't know, and but I always smash the kitten, and I don't know if
Yeah.
that's like a thing I should look into. It's like, why am I smashing? And it kind of relates to his rat getting smashed. I'm smashing
Yeah.
a kitten. He's smashing a rat. I don't know. There's things to look into. I know there's like a whole like you can go to college and like study dreams.
Yeah. Because there's so much. Apparently, there's so much that you can find out about just analyzing a dream. But let's try and analyze Cam's dream here.
Yeah.
So his rat gets run over. Did he say what type of car it was? I feel like that could be
No,
important.
I don't know. It just was smashed.
Okay.
Well, clearly, maybe
it's an attachment issue here because he's worried about being vulnerable to losing his rats.
he doesn't want to lose these rats, but he's having thoughts of losing them.
Yeah.
How crazy would this be if in a few months one of the rats ended up dying, and not even getting smashed, but just dying?
That'd be freaky.
It would be really freaky, just on like the next few weeks or something, in a month or so.
Yeah.
That'd be something to really look into if that happened, and I hope that doesn't happen because I've met these rats and they're sweet little boys, and I don't want anything to happen to them like that.
Can rats talk?
They say a few weird words here and there,
Okay.
but nothing like too crazy. Like they'll say a sentence, but it won't like.
I think I saw that on Discovery Channel.
Only part of the sentence will make sense. It'll be like, "How was your day? Banana, like cheese," and you're like,
Gotcha.
"Well, why are you asking me a question then like requesting food at the end of it?" It's just like,
Yeah, what do they say when you ask them?
What do you mean?
When you ask them, like, why are you requesting
Yeah,
food
they're
again?
like, banana cheese, but was your date good? I'm like,
Now that's where they switch it up.
yeah. I'm like, well,
Maybe that has
I'll
something to do with
get
the
you
dream.
your bananas and cheese. Like, don't worry. Like, I'm gonna feed you. I'm a good.
Yeah.
But like, what? Like, why are you?
Like, what gives?
Yeah, but like, what gives? Like, why are you asking me questions? But then also request, like, just make it a separate thing. Like, ask me how my day was, and then after I answer, then be like, hey, also, but can I have some cheese and bananas?
I don't know. There's a lot to unpack.
There's
there.
a lot to unpack, and there's a lot to unpack in most dreams, and I don't know, dude. I wish I knew more about like dream studying and like the differences, and I maybe one of these days, I'll get someone on the podcast who knows more about that.
I feel like there's so much, like, you can make so much money just being like, yeah, I'll analyze your dream. Did it make you sad? And they're like, yeah. And then you're like, all right, well, that means you're probably gonna be sad sometime in the future.
Yeah.
And then they get sad when, like, I don't know, maybe they order pizza and it's cold, and they get sad, and then they're like, whoa, that money was well worth it.
Well, a fun fact about because this isn't the first time that my cousin Camden has owned rats, and
Do they ever die from a car crash?
Well, I'm about to expose him right now, and he might not want me to tell this story, but I'm about to.
I feel like you got to get it out there.
And this is a true story, but I don't know the entire specifics, but he had a rat once, and it was, he wanted to get rid of it.
Don't
And
tell me he ate it.
No, he wanted to get rid of it. I think he was moving, and he's like, I don't want to bring this rat into this new apartment. And so he taped the rat to his exhaust on his car and started driving away.
Did he really? Wow, that's one way to do it. Like,
So maybe it's like his regret from that coming out,
yeah,
and he's just like, I don't want like these rats to die. Like I've made a mistake once, and I don't want to do it again.
yeah, that could definitely be it.
So I think
Because it's got the car and the rat.
It's got the
dying.
cat. It's got the car. It's got the rat dying, and it's got you. And you felt sad this time. You weren't laughing at the death of your rat like you did previously. Now you're You're sulking about it.
Yeah,
So I think we just analyzed your dream, bud. So good luck to you.
yeah. Hang in there.
Hang in there, and hopefully you don't.
Hopefully, rat doesn't get run over.
That would suck, dude. That would really suck. That would suck really bad.
Yeah.
That sucks so bad. So, okay, so we got a next question coming in from his buddy. I've never met him, I don't think, but his buddy Cameron. He's got a question for us today, and we're going to answer it. So let's hear what he's got to
If we
say.
evolved from fish or monkeys, why are there still fish and monkeys?
And his question is, if we evolved from fish and monkeys, why is there still fish and monkeys?
That's a good question. That there's a lot going on there with the whole evolution thing. So,
Well, I don't really believe in evolution that much.
no,
Well, in the Amish, they never really taught evolution.
I had a class about it in high school, and it was super interesting. So, we started off as like a bacteria or something, right? And then the bacteria, there were two of them, and then one of them sprouted fins, and started swimming around so it could like go find something to infect, right? So that's how we got it to a fish. Long story short, we're basically fish.
And anyways, that was a person snoring because I don't give a fuck. Next question. Jesus Christ. Okay, we got a next question coming in from my buddy Will, and he's the question asker himself, and he's always asking a good question. And today he's got another question for your boys, your boy Ethan and Gio. So let's hear what Will's got to say.
Yo, Gio and Ethan, my two favorite, most special boys. I got a question. So, you guys have been longtime friends, and I didn't really know Gio back in his day. And I guess I didn't know Ethan back in his day either. So, what was, like, some things that, some ways that you would get on each other's nerves? Let me know.
Well, that was a good question from Will.
Thank you, Will.
We didn't get on each other's nerves a lot.
No, but when we did, we took it seriously
We
for
did
like an hour.
Yeah, bro.
And
I
then-
remember being in like third grade and just telling you, it's like,
Like,
Ethan, we're no longer friends.
Yeah, we're not friends anymore. And then the next day we're like, what's up?
Yeah, well, there wasn't fucking options, bro. We didn't
Yeah.
have many options. There was like 4 other dudes in our class,
Yeah.
and
They
who
were-
knew what
yeah.
was going on,
Yeah,
bro?
really.
Who knew what was going on with them, bro? We were just chilling, bro. So, yeah, I mean, we would get on each other's nerves. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to push your buttons now. I guess, but when I was little, I knew like every
Oh, yeah, I
fucking
remember.
button you had, bro.
Mhm.
I remember one time I got on your nerves. Is we were changing for gym class, and I fucking was like, oh, go out in your underwear in like this dark hallway. And you're like, okay,
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
And it took a lot of convincing for you to get out in this hallway with your underwear on, and then as soon as you stepped out for a second, you tried to come in, and I locked the door, and I was holding the door, and you were just like, Gio, let me in! Let me in!
Yeah, because like for no reason at all, there was a hallway behind the bathroom just for storage, and it was always pitch black, and so it was like a big deal to go in there, and he had me go in there in my underwear, and then locked me in that.
Yeah, because fuck you, man.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
We get pissed off about dumb shit.
Yeah, there was I don't know. I feel like we would just get pissed off like at recess, like if you pushed me or something.
Yeah, bro.
It was just little things like that.
We would get in arguments about things. I mean, the honey was definitely
the honey and the soap. That was a big one.
That was a big one.
But then we both kind of like united under the fact that we were both getting in trouble for it.
Yeah, it was just like,
and
fuck
so,
it, we're in this
Yeah,
together.
so like it lasted until the end of class, and then we got in trouble, and then we're like, all right, we're cool.
Yeah, fuck it. We didn't get mad at each other. I remember one time we went to Camp Wainoa one year, and for some reason I'm an evil person when it comes to being evil. And sometimes when I want to be evil, I'll be evil. And I remember you pissed me off for some reason, but it wasn't a big deal. But I just went in my head, I'm like, I'm going to make him cry. I'm just going to make Ethan cry. And so I was just saying shit to you until you finally cried. And then you went to the counselor, and then you cried with him for a little bit. And I was
Dude,
like,
you were a mean little shit.
I wasn't mean though, bro. I'm not mean. Just recently, actually, I got in trouble. I had a little evil tendency with some of my friends. They're watching this little anime show recently, and there was a spoiler trending on Twitter, and so I just sent them the spoiler. I sent the spoiler to the group chat, and like everyone in the group chat was watching the show, and I sent the spoiler, and people were pissed. One of the dudes left the group chat.
Wow.
Like, he just dipped, and a lot of people are still holding grudges and are not happy with me at all.
That's crazy. No hate to people that like anime, but
what are you doing?
Yeah, really.
What are you doing?
What's going on there?
Yeah, bro. And you know all the people that we graduated with, they're watching anime as we speak.
Yeah, probably.
Literally, probably all of them are just like, oh, did you watch the new episode of Kung Fu Fighter? And we're just like, what are you doing?
The only cartoons worth watching are the ones that like we grew up with, like SpongeBob, Scooby-Doo. There's
fucking,
Looney Tunes.
Looney
Tunes is a good one.
Any Pixar movie that comes out, those aren't even cartoons; those are animated movies. But I don't pride myself in watching kid shows. And if it's a cartoon, it's a kid show. People be like, Family Guy's an adult. It's for kids. It's for kids who just grew out SpongeBob, and so they're like,
I don't know. There's some adult humor in there though. They throw it in to make
it's for teenagers, bro.
They throw it in there to make the parents that are being forced to watch it like have a good time.
Yeah. No, 100% Family Guy's an adult show, but I just don't like cartoons. I like seeing real people. I like to have that connection of like, oh, that could be me, or that could be someone I know, not just a fictional character. I know I just put this down, but I'm gonna have a sip.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm not really into cartoons at all, or anime, especially anime. Anime freaks me the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, and why are all the boobs huge?
Because
literally, they're gonna be
Asians
falling
don't
over.
have big titties. Do you know that? All Asians.
I didn't
don't.
know that.
Yeah, 95% of Asians, they have small tit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they could never. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not even gonna finish the sentence. It's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it sometimes. And
that's probably smart.
Yeah, I mean it is smart. I'm a smart guy.
Yeah, you're super smart.
But we would piss each other off. We didn't piss each other off a lot. When it happened, it was rare and it was brief.
Yeah. I don't know. We were just never the type of kids to hold grudges.
No. But the girls that went to our school, they were.
Yeah.
I remember like a lot of girls, they wouldn't talk to us for like months.
Yeah.
They'd just be
like when we would piss off one of them, then all of them. Like they were just like they were separate bodies, but they just all have one brain.
I mean, we were in a class of 9.
Uh-huh.
And like fucking 4 of the girls were just like, no, we're not talking to you.
You guys don't even exist anymore.
We fucking went from we started off with like 24 kids. Yeah. Midway through we had 9, and at the end we had 16. And throughout the whole years, there was always like 2 or 3 people that we were just not on talking terms with.
Yeah.
Because we did something to them or some shit. Dude, I remember one time I got really mad at this one girl, and she's a bitch. And I haven't talked to her in a while, but she's a bitch. And maybe she's not a bitch, but you don't outgrow that type of bitch.
Yeah.
You don't grow out the type of bitch she was. That's a forever bitch. And and you probably know who I'm talking if she's watching, which she isn't. But if people know who I'm talking about, shout out to you, and I hope you've changed, and I hope you're a good person, and I wish you well. But you don't outgrow that type of bitch. And anyway, she pissed me off, and so we would, like, in this Amish school, we would have main lesson books. So each day you would learn the main lesson of the day, and then you would write down, like, a whole synopsis, like a paragraph, like a summary of what you learned, and then you would draw a picture with it.
Do you remember having to do those borders?
Yeah.
We would take, like, our crayons or pencils or whatever, and we would have to make, like, a 1-inch border with a ruler around the whole thing, and then color it in with, like, designs and shit.
I remember fucking, like, bro. I remember one time we got to be like, the max border that we got to do was 4 inches.
Uh-huh.
But no one would do it because it would cover up, like, the whole picture. And so I did a 4-inch border, and I just only had to draw, like, this big of a block. I was so pumped, and I never was allowed to do it again. But I was like, Miss Crawl, can I do a 4-inch border? She's like, okay. And then she saw it, and it was just like, there's just a little square left over to draw in. But anyways, she wrote down, she was a great artist and a great writer, and I just remember getting pissed at her, so I opened up her main lesson book that I think she had displayed because her parents were coming in later that day for parent-teacher conferences. Like, she literally had out on her desk, displayed out, and I just wrote all over it, just, Geo is awesome. Just right over all of her hard work. And I just laughed, and she cried and cried and cried, just cried.
Did they ever catch you?
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
literally because I was like, what? Yeah, bro. Like, I couldn't have been a little nonchalant.
Geo is awesome.
Yeah, bro. Imagine robbing a bank and then just spraying sign, like spray painting. Just Geo did this. You fucker. No, but I was like, Geo's awesome, all over fucking picture. And
you went full incognito.
Yeah, bro. I was like, I'm not getting caught.
The ski mask and everything.
I punched a girl in 2nd grade.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did she deserve it?
No. I felt so bad. As soon as I did it, I was like, that's something that I'll never be able to take back.
Yeah.
I gut punched her.
Wow. Was she okay, or was she?
She cried for a little bit, and I just remember just like looking at her, and I didn't say sorry. I was just like, and I just left because there was just nothing I could say. Like I just punched the girl.
How do you make up for that?
You just have to forget about it. And
yeah.
I've never forgotten about it. Hopefully she's forgotten about it. But I did punch her in 2nd grade, and it sticks with me to this day because I will never punch a woman again. I wouldn't punch a woman even if she fucking had a knife to me or anything, or if she had a stutter, or if she wasn't good at doing her dishes. Like, I would fucking not.
Even if she wasn't good at doing her dishes, you still wouldn't.
I would not,
her?
Or make me a good sandwich. I would not fucking hit her.
See, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that might piss me off.
Like, we might have abandoned like most of the Amish stuff, but that one, you don't forget that one.
No, you gotta hit a woman if she doesn't do her dishes right.
To all the women out there, I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, you probably get it. It's National Women's Day. We're filming this on.
Yeah,
so
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to all the women out there that know it's your birthday and shit. Okay, we're wrapping up here pretty soon. We got 2 more questions, and then the podcast is going to transfer over to the part that we already filmed a couple days back. But here we are with Destiny, and this is one of your friends.
Yeah.
So I've never met this woman before, but here's her question, and let's hear what she has to say.
Ethan, what has your most embarrassing moment been?
So if you didn't hear that, she went,
What has your most embarrassing moment been? Thank you, Destiny, for the question.
And also...
No, she didn't ask you, all right?
Well, I'm going to answer.
No, that's okay, so...
You go first.
There's a lot of times because like you're in the same class with the same people for 8 years, so they see all parts of you, you know. So at the end of the day, this is just one of them that came to mind. At the end of the day, there were no school buses. It was a tiny little private school, so our parents would come and they would pick us up, and so we all we just sit outside while we're waiting for our parents to come pick us up.
Like literally homeless people. We looked homeless as fuck.
Like there was just this little like awning above us, and then
There's
we're just like posted up on the concrete.
There's like sit on the fucking concrete and wait for your parents to come get you.
And so like we would all just kind of like sit in a circle, and just be chatting and stuff. And there were 2 separate times that this happened where it was always Gio would say something that would get everyone cracking up. And then I would just let loose the most juiciest fart you could ever hear.
Happened like twice.
Yeah, it happened twice. And I would like try and play it off and like kind of look around to see if anyone heard me. And meanwhile, like my face just goes beet red.
Oh right? Yeah. When you get embarrassed, you have a very vocal face.
That's why I grew a beard.
Yeah.
so that you can see it that much.
When I get embarrassed, my eyes get teary-eyed.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna cry, but I just like my eyes are like become very vocal for me. I'm just like your cheeks your full face gets red, my eyes just get like really.
That would make someone feel bad for making fun of you. Then
yeah,
it looks like you're about to just start.
Yeah,
sobbing.
it's just like I'm not gonna cry. Yeah. I'm just like my eyes are very like embarrassed a lot of the time.
Yeah. So then both of these times, like I would look around, see if anyone noticed, and like they obviously did. We're sitting 2 feet apart from each other, and so then like. People just start laughing even harder. Yeah, that was super embarrassing.
That was embarrassing. Dude, my most embarrassing for me is I got these, this is in 6th grade, and I got these new pair of pants. I wanted joggers because I thought that's what made me look cool. So I had like sweatpant joggers. When you're in 6th grade, bro, you're penis, bro. Talk about a 6th grade penis. And man, I'm like, even to this day, I'm a grower, not a shower. Like, you see my soft penis. And
we're talking like...
We're not talking like that. We're not talking like that. Lay off. But anyways, I like... If I whipped out my penis right now in front of a girl, they wouldn't be like, oh my God. They'd just be like, ew. They'd be like, why? Like, what is, like... What? Like...
Yeah.
Really? Does it get bigger? I'd be like, yeah, it gets bigger. And they'd be like, okay, cool, great.
And then like 10 minutes later, you're still sitting there.
No, you got an acorn. Dude, 10 minutes later, they're just like, holy shit! No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God, do you need a shoe for that? But, but yeah, sometimes I wear a shoe around my cock. But no, in 6th grade, bro, that penis is small.
Yeah.
Bro, you're just like, you're like, yeah, you still, like, you're going through puberty, but your penis hasn't really grown yet.
You know what's the most depressing thing?
What?
Is like being that young and then looking up average penis size and then
you're just
slapping
like,
the ruler on your own.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh shit, dude, what am I doing wrong? But anyway, so I got these new pair of joggers, and I had a penis. And so anyways, bro, like, it was like a gray sweatpant jogger. And like, gray sweatpants are known for showing that cock line. But when you're a 6th grade white boy, that cock line isn't a cock line, it's a cock fucking dot, bro. And it's a cock dot, and I just remember having a little cock dot that day.
Just like a really short pants down.
Yeah, and I would like, and for some reason I looked at like 3 of like the hottest girls that were in our grade. And I was like showing them my new pants. I'm like, dude, look at my new joggers. And like I lifted up my shirt a little bit. And so they could see the cock dot. And it was very like prominent cock dot moment. And I remember them just like looking at me and then kind of giggling. And I was like, and my heart sunk because I'm like, did they just laugh at my cock dot? Or were they laughing because like, who cares about my pants? But the whole day I just like brushed it off and I was like just freaking out because I'm like, they probably think I have a small penis, which I did.
But you can't have anyone knowing that.
Yeah, but they probably thought like I had a lot smaller of a penis, because I mean, if I got erect right then and there, like I could have at least like shown them what's up.
See, me in 6th grade, if I get a boner, I'm looking at one side of the room. I turn my body. Everyone in between, they're getting whacked through the wall.
They're getting whacked, bro. Yeah. I'm packing 12. No, yeah, but having 3 girls, I just remembered my most embarrassing. And I may have told it on the podcast before, but it also has to do with my penis. And I've told you this story, right?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
We're about to find out, but I think I've told it once on the podcast before, but I'll make it brief. But anyways, when you're sitting in class, bro, you're going to get a boner. Some days you're just going to have a boner. And when I was in, this was 7th grade, so my penis was a little bit bigger. We were getting there. And I got a boner in class, and I was sitting there. And sometimes when you get a boner, you like flexing it.
Yeah.
You like flexing
yeah.
You like seeing it go up and down in your shorts. You
That's
just, like,
funny as shit.
It's
like,
funny to see it go down, and then you go up, down, up, down. And I remember doing it, and I was just like looking at it, and I was just like flexing it up and down, up and down. And then I looked over, and Miss Crawl was staring directly at my penis. like literally saw it. And so out of instinct, I just stood up. And I was just like looking at her, and then she's like, Gio, sit down. And I just sat down, and I was just like, holy shit.
Wow.
And we never talked about it again. That was the only thing.
I'm glad you didn't talk about that again. Can you imagine bringing that up with your teacher?
She's like, I saw you flexing your huge cock. Nice. Nice cock. And I'd just be like, all right, sick. Like, do you want to suck? And
she's 70 years old.
I shouldn't have said that because there might be a possibility one day she watches this, and hopefully there isn't a possibility one day she watches. And I don't think so.
Miss Crawl, if you're out there, love you.
And
I hope you're doing well.
And I think, and you know what? Hopefully, that's disgusting. I just did. Hopefully, you know I didn't mean.
We have lots of respect for you, Miss Crawl.
I love you to death. You're like a second. You're not like a second mom, but for like anymore. But back then you were. Back when we were in your class, you know. But shout out to you, and shout out to you catching me flexing that little piece of mine. But that was probably my most embarrassing. And you were just a farter.
Yeah, big time.
Big time fart ass. All right, we'll move on to you have.
I think I've got the next question. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's our next and also our last question.
This one's from Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon. All right.
If you woke up one day the opposite gender, would you let the homies hit?
Now, I'm going to be honest before I answer this. I've definitely answered this on the podcast before, and straight up off the bat, the answer is yes.
Really?
You go ahead. You answer. If you're a girl for the day.
You
ain't lit.
All right. You know what? I feel like that develops like a level of intimacy that I've never reached with a homie. Yeah. And I'd be willing to explore that, you know?
I just feel like it's your obligation.
Yeah.
If you are real homies and if you turn into a girl one day and you got some nice tits, you got a nice ass, then you...
I don't know, man. I'm flat as a board as we speak.
But
so
you wake up as a girl. You're not Ethan the girl. You're just a girl.
Right. Same brain though.
Same brain. Yeah, like you are you inside, but you have a girl body. Like
yeah, sure.
I just feel like that's an obligation. Yes, it might be uncomfortable, but also, if you're a girl, don't you want to get fucked? Like at least, like it's not gay. Like you're a girl. Like experience getting fucked. Like.
You know what? I am curious how it is to have someone like.
Because as a dude, it feels amazing.
Yeah.
So how does it feel?
Shout out to the ladies out there for letting us do that.
Yeah, bro, we're just going like in and out. We're just like doing this, and then you just have to sit there and just be like, sick,
sick,
dope.
Yeah, no, I do want to know how it feels though, because like what if it's like not even cool? Like what if it's not even doesn't even feel good? Like
because we already know they fake most orgasms.
Do they?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to argue.
I don't know. I feel like most of the moans that come out are like, there's some that are genuine, but like like that's not. It's definitely played out.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of.
It's a little bit of acting, a little spice to spice it up. Because that probably makes you want to come faster. It's like if you go like, it's not, you're not like, ew. You're like, holy shit, I'm doing something good here. And that's good. You want to do that. You want to have something good.
You do want to have something good, for sure.
But if I'm a girl for the day, my homie's getting I'm letting them do anal. I'm letting them do vag.
I feel, okay,
I'm not blowing them.
You're not?
That's just too much.
You're a girl.
I'm a girl, but it's too much. It's my brain.
What if they just got out of the shower?
I'm not sucking a dick.
Dude. If they just got out of the shower...
But I already can, like, know what that feels like. Like, have you ever had a pickle or a banana and you're like, let me fucking kind of suck on it for a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
You know what it's going to be. Like, I'm not going to suck a dick. You're going to suck the dick?
I don't know. I'm definitely going to consider it for a minute. because
Oh,
the
dude.
homies have been good to me, you know?
Yeah, bro. I just don't think I could suck their dick. That would just be like too much for me. I'd be like, this is fucking gross. Like they're not like I'd let you fucking hit. Like I'd let you smash my ass. I'd let you.
See, I don't know if I
finger
could do
me.
anal. I don't know.
I don't know if I could, but I'd let them try. I'd just be like, okay, what's good?
Because I know that, like, sometimes you poop and it hurts for, like, and it just has you sitting there,
Yeah,
like,
you got that thick.
like,
you
what
got
just
that
came out
thick
of me, you
dump.
know?
Yeah.
And I can only imagine going in would hurt worse.
Oh,
Because your body's made to
push out,
right? And so,
not suck in.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
So to the homies out there, I'm gonna have to pass on the anal. Thank you, though.
Thanks, guys, but like I'll do it. He'll suck you off, but if you come over here,
I'm
you
not
gotta-
sucking you off after he's had you. All right, that's for sure. No,
Why can't they do the double team on us?
no, but just can you imagine sucking a wiener that's been inside a butthole?
That's a price you got to pay, bro.
I don't have to pay.
You
that.
want to suck a dick? Go suck a dick.
I don't have to pay that price.
You're paying the price, boy. We doing this together. I'm just kidding. We don't have to do it together if you don't want to. We can just do it. Separately.
We'll talk about it after the podcast.
Yeah, after the podcast when we decide to
Yeah.
become transgender
Yeah.
and get all the surgery. So
Just for a day, though.
Yeah, get all of like the hundreds and thousands of dollars surgery.
Yeah. Just for a day to let
Just
the
for a
homies
day.
hit, and then you're back to it.
Yeah, and they're just like, this isn't even good. You still look like a dude.
Like, I'm not shaving the beard, by the way. I need that back when I'm a dude.
Yeah, just like I'm not gonna regrow all of this.
Yeah.
It's like I still got a dick. They're like, what? I thought it was like,
No,
I'm
they
sorry.
just kind of drilled an extra hole in there.
I just put a
do what
wig
you want
on,
with
dude,
it.
and some lipstick. And is this good?
Trying to get some dome?
Yeah, you trying to have me suck? And they're just like, this is like fucking a dude. I'm like, you are fucking a dude.
Hey,
But you can picture me.
Yeah. Anyways, good question, Brandon.
Good question, Brandon. And that's all the questions that we have today. Here we go, and we're going to now transition into the other part of the podcast. All right, so this next question is coming in from this little lady that may or may not be in the room with us currently.
Really?
She is in the room with us currently. She's right. I'm looking at her, and but she's here, and she sent us a little question. So here goes nothing. And this is from Avery. Your bay?
Bay.
Side? Bay?
I would say side.
Okay, side.
For sure.
Side. Side.
That's a little extreme. Maybe side seems really official.
Yeah, it seems like there's. I don't
want to get too tied down.
You don't want to
with
get
it.
labels with it.
Yeah.
When there's labels, it tends to be.
I know
messy.
her. That's about as far as I want to go.
Yeah, you know her.
Like, I've met her.
She's around.
Yeah.
Here she is.
What is your guys' favorite middle school memory together?
What is our favorite high school memory? Dude, there's...
Avery, thank you for the question.
Did she say high school? Because we weren't middle school? Well, she said high school, and I think...
We're gonna interpret that as
We're gonna
middle
interpret it as middle school, but... Did he say it? Well, I don't know. I don't
She
listen.
said high school. We're gonna say middle school.
I don't listen. She said it wrong, but that's cool. We'll take it.
We're gonna humor her here.
I don't really hear words right a lot.
Middle school, anyway. So.
Middle school. Well, there was a lot of
Yeah.
shit that went down in the middle school, but I'd say some of the like. Here's the thing: when you're in this Amish heritage, as we are,
Yeah.
the memories that we will have are a lot different than public school, and probably a lot better than public school because
100%, yeah.
we had this one day, one special day out of the year in May called May Day, which if any of you have you seen the movie Midsummer?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that in a way that we go
But just in middle school.
Yeah, in middle school. So you have crowns you'd wear of flowers.
Oh yeah, the dandelion crowns. You cut the
Yeah.
stem a little bit,
And
slip them through, and put them on your head.
We'd all wear them, and then we would sing songs, play flutes, and dance around a pole. Not in a stripper way, more in like a
childish joy.
in a
type of
childish
way.
joy way. sing songs and do like weird like weaving and wrappings of the we would have like a rope, like a ribbon of like a colored ribbon, and we would go around in circles and do like dances with the ropes.
Yeah, it was a pole, like a stripper pole.
Just look up a maypole. Why the fuck?
Look up a maypole. There's like 20 ribbons hanging off. Everyone holds a ribbon. We all walk around in a circle, wrap them up on the pole.
But literally, if you've seen the movie Midsummer, it's literally like the main character she wins the maypole dance and becomes the May Queen. And that's literally like what we were doing in middle school. We had May Day. It was a weird day. Was May Day the same day that we would do the scavenger hunt?
Yeah. So there was the scavenger hunt every year on May Day where it was like right before we would do the pole dancing, where all the 7th graders, they would just run out into the woods. We had this huge property, lots of woods. So the 7th graders would run out into the woods and they would just hide. And then there would be groups of like all the grades combined. So there would be like one first grader, second grader, third grader through 8th grade. And they would all be on this like scavenger hunt team. And every group would have a list of all the things we needed. So there was like we might need 3 acorns, or like there was a shooting.
You might need to find a big pine cone. Whoever finds the biggest pine cone, like a purple rock, if you could find a purple rock. Or something.
Yeah, and like different types of leaves, all sorts of stuff. And then one of them was always a 7th grader.
You would have to find a kid and recruit him. So as like an 8th grader, you were in charge of your squad.
Yeah.
So you had your little first grade buddy, because we got first grade buddies when you're in 8th grade. There's a little ceremony. And but you would get you would have a scavenger hunt, and you would get a little kid at the end. You get a 7th grade kid at the end, and but whoever won,
you don't get to keep him though.
You do. You get to take him home. You get to whip him if you want to.
You got to keep yours?
Yeah, he's around here, around these parts.
Huh.
But we don't really talk to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't really like me. He goes, "Let me out. I just want to be with my family." I'm like, "Shut up. You're here now." He didn't.
You treat him nice though, probably sometimes.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I don't.
That's good.
Treat him with disrespect.
Yeah. And put some hair on his chest, you know.
Yeah, I've glued lots of my own hair onto his chest as punishment.
That's
for
good.
all the crimes he's committed. Yeah, I like gluing hair on people. But so he's around. But yeah, there was a scavenger hunt, and then we would dance around a pole and sing songs and play our little flutes. And we'd wear tie-dye. We would all as a communal, everyone in the school had tie-dye shirts on that day.
There was tie-dye day. That was like a couple weeks before it. And so like everyone would make their tie-dyes, and then we'd all wear them. And there was like class colored.
So it was low-key ambiguous what kind of sexuality we were on that day. Because we were all in tie-dyes. So people were like, is this guy gay? Is he not? Like, who knows?
No, it's just May Day.
It's just May Day.
You are who you are.
We're all joyous that day. Mm-hmm. But also, so that was always a fun day, just because it's like, who cares what sexuality or you just do whatever you want.
That was the main idea.
Yeah, that wasn't
letting everyone explore their sexual preferences out in the woods with each other.
Yeah, bro. Nothing better than putting a group of kids out in the woods.
Tying down a 7th grader.
Slapping
some hair on their chest.
Slapping a little bit of hair and, starving them.
So that was the gist of it. It was mainly the sexuality part and the 7th graders. That was with a little bit of pole dancing.
I don't even think you can say that sentence out loud.
You're right.
You're not allowed to say that. Yeah, it was sexuality and then the 7th graders. It was pretty much the whole day, but it was a crazy day, and it was a crazy time. So
that was a big one. There was also. You mentioned the rose ceremony. So whenever, like at the beginning of each year, the 1st grade class, they get to like pick, or no, they don't pick their buddy, but there's an 8th grader that gets assigned to each 1st grader. And then like they do all sorts of activities, like some recesses you need to play with your 1st grade buddy and stuff. And the 8th grader would give the 1st grader a rose. And that's why it's called the rose ceremony.
And then at the end, when like the 8th graders were graduating, wouldn't we give them the rose?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
at
God,
graduation,
I just realized-
the first graders would all line up with their roses and give them to their 8th grade buddies as like thank you for taking me through this year.
That's crazy because I never realized how actually emotionally gripping and amazing that is.
Yeah, it
Until
was
now,
crazy.
like you get the rose, and now you are giving this man the rose as he moves on.
Yeah, but as an 8th grader, you're sitting there and you're like, all right,
Do you still keep in
the flag.
contact? Do you still keep in contact with your 8th grade buddy?
Nope.
Because fun fact, I actually just got a text from my old 8th grade buddy.
That's a big flex.
9 minutes ago. So shout out to Greg.
I don't even remember who
shout out
mine
to,
was.
Shout out to Gregory, man. Shout out to
Or-
Gregory. He's gay now.
Really?
Yeah, he has a boyfriend. Lives in Chicago.
good
Shout
for
out to
him.
you. He's a good guy.
Mayday.
And so maybe Mayday, he really
took Mayday seriously.
He took Mayday seriously. He really explored that sexuality on that Mayday. No, dude, Gregory was so fire, dude. He's also just one of the greatest guys. And that's just a plug for Gregory. I love that man. I actually wanted to change and this isn't because this isn't weird, I promise, but before I even met him, I wanted to change my name to Gregory because I was like, Gio's a stupid name. And one of my favorite wrestlers when I was little was Gregory Helms. And so I was like, Mom, can you please change my name to Gregory? That would be so cool. Not knowing that it's short for Greg.
I was expecting something more weird. When you start a sentence or start a story with, all right, this isn't that weird,
Well,
but
it might be weird, like, people would be like, oh, you want to change your name to Gregory just because your 8th grade buddy's name? I don't care, sorry. Another cool, one of my favorite memories of Spring Garden, and this was something so cool, was as soon as you hit 5th grade, we had the pentathlon, which is kind of like the Special Olympics in a way. You put a bunch of 5th graders and you challenge them to do stuff.
we did some like crazy shit. There were 5 activities that we would compete in against other schools and stuff. There was the long jump, there was the long distance running or cross country running, the sprint. There was Greek wrestling.
I won.
Yeah, he won. He was crazy in the
crazy
wrestling
good,
circle.
man.
And it's like sumo wrestling. You're just trying to push the other guy out of the circle. And then there was javelin throwing,
I won.
where we threw like actual spears.
Oh, by the way, also won discus, javelin, and Greek wrestling that time. I had the record.
I won long jump, all right, and I came.
Did
second.
you actually win long jump?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I came second in javelin, but they had to like just ditch the javelin like the year after we were doing it. Because,
Did they really?
Yeah, because some kid was wandering around in the field because like you just throw them into a big baseball field and see how far you can throw it. So some kid was wandering just in the field like playing around and then got a javelin through the neck.
Not at our school.
No, we would meet up with a bunch of other schools to do it, and so at the big convention, this kid literally got a javelin through his neck.
Oh, well, are you talking the year that you guys went?
No, it was like the year after.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know because I never went. I went to the pentathlon at our school, but then after we would do the pentathlon, like the Special Olympics at our school, and then a month later, you guys went to Michigan.
Yeah.
I never went because I was doing a play at the time. I was getting
okay.
some moolah.
Yeah, so we couldn't do javelin throw at the big one, but we did it at our school, and it was awesome.
That's dope. But so 5th grade was the Special Olympics, and then 6th grade we went to Cincinnati for the medieval games.
Yeah.
And that was cool. That was basically just mud, bro. It was a whole lot of mud.
It was like you there was like obstacle courses, like just mud everywhere, and there was you would just like go through the woods
And just do different obstacle courses that involved getting muddy as fuck.
Yeah, like one of them was literally they just dug out a big hole in the ground, and they filled it with water and mud, and you just jump in it. That was one of it. You literally just jump into it.
Oh, it's just like, jump in this fucking mud and get muddy. And
yeah, and so you're just in like shorts and a t-shirt, and then you just jump into a big.
There was also the what is it called? Fucking rope, the rope tug of war.
Tug of war,
where the losers would fall into a vast pit of mud.
That was crazy, yeah.
And
like the center of the tug of war was just a big mud pit, like the one you jump in.
Yeah.
But
Well, I've actually told this story one time on the podcast, but I'll tell it again because it's when it was like I think it was, and I think this is when I truly discovered my sexuality because it was 6th grade, and I remember there's one girl in my group that I would go out that I was in, and she was hot. I had a crush on her the whole day, and she got so muddy that her clothing was very heavy on her body, and her pants had a lot of mud on it, and it was so like tightly pressed against her pants that I saw a little bit of a camel toe when I was young. So I saw kind of like a muddy camel toe when I was younger, and I remember like,
Dude, if that was on May Day,
oh my! If that was on May Day, shit would have went down.
Yeah.
But this was medieval games.
it was medieval games. Yep.
And I just remember seeing kind of like a mud outline of a puss, and kind of then knowing that that's what I wanted to pursue for the rest of my life. Like, that's kind of
That was his life goal, like right there. That's what I need.
I need whatever she's got going on. So I started like trying to make my penis into a pussy, but it never worked out. So now I just got to find.
That took a turn. Do we need to talk about that a little more?
Well, no, I was just trying to like.
So then next May Day, get this. Next
May Day, Gio comes in with a full puss. We're just like, what?
Covered in mud.
He's like, why do you cover your penis in mud? I'm just like, it's a pussy. And they're just like, why do you sound like that? And I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, that's probably my favorite memory. But then the next year, we hosted the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Which was the worst of them all.
It was boring.
Dude,
as
our
hell.
school was, we were sucked.
Yeah, we really did. It was like you just set up a bunch of puzzles, and then like other schools would come, and then they would like solve them, and then they would leave. Like that was
solve a puzzle, and like as soon as they solved it, they got to go. They got to go back home. They're like, we traveled 3 hours.
Like we went from spear throwing and Greek wrestling to like swimming in mud and mud puss, and then just solving a puzzle and dipping.
Yeah, solving a puzzle. Yeah, they traveled there. I had one dude come up to me. He's like, I traveled 3 hours to get here, and I spent 20 minutes on this puzzle. And we're like, yeah, you can go.
Yeah, because schools like ours, they're not all bunched up together, right? So they come from like hours away, all around
Kentucky, Cincinnati, Columbus. I don't know, Ann Arbor, Michigan. A whole crew of them, a whole slew of them. I don't know if slew is a racial slur, but if it is, I'm sorry.
No, that was the right word.
Slew?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like an array.
Well, I don't like to say racial slurs, so
you're clear. You're clear on that one.
Good. Yeah, but we have like tons of fucking like it was a weird school. It was a weird time to be alive, and it was weird to experience what we experienced. Yeah. But we made it. We have a fucking...
Yeah, there were definitely some good times there. Especially May Day. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you about that sexuality we experienced. All right, let's move on to this. We got the final 2 questions here coming in from my lesbian friend Gracie. And the only reason I say that is because she is... In my phone, she's Gracie Lesbo. It's because I know a lot of Gracies in my life, and sometimes... I'm like, which one am I talking to? So I just want to label it. And
I thought that was her last name.
Gracia Lesbo?
Yeah.
No, it's just her sexuality. She's dating my cousin, though.
Really?
Yeah. I told you that my cousin came out as gay. Yeah. Well, this is her girl.
That's good for her.
Here she is with this question. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Hey guys, it's Gracie, listener from Worcester. My question for you guys today is, would you rather go through life unable to forget anything or go through life unable to remember anything? Think about it. Let me know what you think.
Thank you, Gracie. That's a good question.
That is a good question. It's very philosophical.
Yeah, we're getting deep here.
Deeper than mud. Deeper than a mud puss.
I don't know.
It was deep. I don't know.
That took me a second, like that.
Deeper
than a mud puss, for sure.
I don't know, dude. I don't like remembering lots of things. That kind of annoys me when I remember things.
Yeah.
Well, think about this.
I think just being able to remember all those things from middle school and like just the good memories, I feel like they outweigh the bad ones.
Yeah, dude. And honestly, Gracie, I think that's a stupid, dumb question. Now
No,
I'm
Gracie,
thinking about-
thank you for asking.
Clearly, I want to remember things just because if I didn't remember things, I wouldn't be able to have this awesome talk with my boy Ethan here, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to pick up on all the things if I didn't
All the
remember
things,
them.
yeah. We wouldn't be able to talk about Mayday,
Mayday or the Renaissance,
Mud Puss,
Muddy Puss, Pentathlon, the Special Olympics,
Special Olympics, the Mud Puss.
all them things, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably want to remember. I mean, if you couldn't remember anything, I mean, that'd be fun though. They're just like, dude,
They're not like
Biden is
there'd
president.
be no thoughts going through my brain. Though.
Yeah, I'd just be like, they just tell me something. I'd be like, okay,
like a full veggie.
yeah. I'd just be like, okay, sick. Like people tell me they're like, okay, cool. I don't know, like whatever. They're like, what did I say? Who cares?
Cool.
Sick, nice. I just compliment people all the time. Like,
Gracie, I thought about it, and that's a stupid question.
yeah, it's a dumb question. Never asked me anything like that. I had a dream today. I don't know why I just thought about this, but I had a dream today that I dumped my phone in like the water,
Really?
and I couldn't. Like it just broke.
That's intense. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've just been dealing with it a lot. It's just kind of hard. But yeah, and this is we'll move on to our final and the end question right here is the last one. It's a final question right here.
This is the last one?
This is the last question to be heard, and I actually haven't listened to it yet. I haven't listened to it yet, so I think it's gonna be a silly one, nothing like too crazy, if I recall. But here's the question, and this is coming from my boy Jack, and he's a good guy. He's a swell guy. He's a nice guy. Here he is.
Hey, local sauce boy, how you doing?
Hey, what's up,
Long-time
man?
listener, first-time caller. And my question for you today is, how bad did you cry the first time you jerked off, and was it during, before, or after it happened? Anyways, yeah, good luck with the rest of the podcast, man, and sorry you guys were Amish.
Oh yeah, thank you. And don't feel sorry about us being Amish. I mean, it's just part of our life.
Yeah.
And
You know, everyone grows up differently.
everyone does, bro. Imagine I would hate to be fucking. I would hate to grow up a fucking a Jew.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
No, but
I don't know. It'd probably just suck. It'd probably be a lot of jewelry and stuff. I don't like that. I don't like jewelry.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I think
Jewelry.
So, yeah, that's a good question about the jerking off.
Dude, I
And-
remember the first time I jerked off. I didn't cry at all. I'm not a bitch.
Well, it's weird. Growing up Amish, right? Like, what's porn? To
What
an
is
Amish
porn?
kid?
Yeah, bro. It's you catch a little hit of your cousin's ankle and you think that's porn. You're like, is that what I've been looking for? Is that porn?
Yeah, like, yeah, literally, you see your cousin's ankle, you pop a bit of a bony.
A little bony, you don't when you're.
It's not as serious of a thing when you're so young, but like, I mean, like just the idea of like anything sexual, it's nothing serious, but then like you see your cousin's ankle,
And you don't know.
it's got that nice shape, the roundness.
Well, they didn't teach us. They didn't teach us how to jerk off when we were little because we were Amish. Like Amish is really against self pleasure, so they didn't teach us what to do. So I remember tying a piece of yarn around my dick and like kind of like around the base of it, like the end of the shaft.
You went with the yarn?
With the yarn, and I remember tying it around and squeezing it really hard until a little coon would pop out.
See, I was more...
A little driplet. I wouldn't blast or anything. It was just more like a subtle coon, like a drop.
For me, it was May Day on the maypole ribbons. You wrap one of those things around because they're soft.
They're a soft ribbon. They're silky. They feel good. Yeah,
but so like when the teachers are looking away, you just turn a little bit. You just wrap one around and you're good.
But in all seriousness, I actually do remember the first time I masturbated.
Really?
It was after I got... This is weird to say, but I'm going to say it because I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm pretty much an open book. But I remember watching There's Something About Mary. Have you ever seen that? It's with Ben Stiller, Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
There's one scene where he jerks off. And I
Yeah.
knew that it was a thing, but I really didn't know like how you do it. But I just remember in the movie,
You just know
see
free
it.
hair gel.
Yeah. You just know that it might be used as hair gel at some point.
Yeah.
But I just in the movie you see his face and you kind of see his arm like moving, and you just see him like this. And so I'm like, what could that possibly be? And like I know he's jerking off, but like, do you just hit your penis, or do you like massage it, or is it? But I remember like after I got done watching the movie, I went into the bathroom. I'm like, I gotta try this out. And so I literally did exactly what he did. I just stood up, looked into the mirror, looked at myself like dead in the eyes in the mirror, and was just like jerking off. And I remember jerking off with like some it was like a face mask cream.
Wow.
So it wasn't.
Wait, how old were you?
12. I was 12.
Okay. So for me, it was in the shower. I was living. So I've got a brother, a sister, and then I was living with them and my dad in this 400 square foot little house.
That's the
like
one?
most people's garages are bigger than this house.
Is that the one that you guys were renting out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was in the shower in there, and I don't know what sparked my interest in it, or like I was just cleaning, because you clean, and then it felt good.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes you clean that little pin, and you're like, damn, why is this the best feeling? Like I want to clean.
Right.
All I want to do is clean this
Like
all day.
this shit's gonna be clean.
Yeah, bro. By the end I get out of the shower, this is gonna be the cleanest peen you ever seen. That rhymes.
Mars, local sauce boy on SoundCloud.
Yeah, bro. Clean peen. You see, man, I'm a dream team on the team, man. I was on the scheme. I was scheming, planning on my plan. I was doing the plans on the planning. I'm a planner, but the girl, she got the plants, but I'm planting it. I don't really know what the dentist does, but he's doing it. I got the teeth out with the whites on, and I'm singing it.
Wow.
Muddy pussy on a Thursday. That's all I got. But those local sauce boy. So do check me out on SoundCloud. But I didn't cry. But I did. I remember shedding like a little bit of it. I think it was tears of joy. Honestly, I didn't coom the first time I jerked.
Oh, I don't know if anyone does.
I don't think. Yeah, I think you're afraid. I remember like the first like month I was doing it, I was like, I'm scared. Like, what's gonna happen if I bust? And I didn't want to bust, so I just would I would just get to the point, like I'd probably give myself blue balls. I'd just get to the point where it was like I was about to coom, and I was like, well, then I'm done now.
See, I just didn't want to look weird taking a long ass shower.
Yeah, well, I don't,
because like
I can't get hard with water. If there's like
any water,
no, like if there's water splashing around my pee, I can't do it.
What about like a pool?
No, you fucking who's jerking off in a pool?
You don't need to jerk off in a pool. You can get a boner in a pool.
If the fucking jets are pretty hard. Dude, and this is pretty gay,
He's
but
fucking a jet.
this is pretty gay, but when I was little, bro, we have this one jet, and if you've been in my pool, there's this one jet that's pretty fierce. It's a fierce jet.
I know the one.
And
yeah.
I remember putting my penis close to the jet and feeling it on my penis. And then one time I was like, let me flip this little bad bitch around, and I put it up on my butt, and it hurt. It hurt so bad, it spread my anus apart, and I was like, ah! And it was like the first time I kind of experienced anal sex.
It was on May Day though.
Yeah,
that's all good.
No, it was the first and last time I ever did any kind of anal torture or anything. But I remember being like, I was like felt on my penis. I was like, I wonder what it feels like up my butt. And then I did it, and I was like, that sucked. I don't want to do that again.
Shout out to anyone who's taking it up the butt. You're a real trooper.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to fucking dudes, gay dudes, bro.
Seriously.
And
no options there.
Yeah, bro. You just got to shove it up the ass.
Yeah.
Stanky. Stanky. Yeah, no, but I didn't. Did you cry after?
No.
I feel like it might be a big. Is it a big thing to cry after you jerk off for the first time? Is that like a thing that happens?
I don't know. I feel like you don't realize how big of a moment it is until you're talking about it later. You know,
Yeah.
Like it was. I was
old.
just cleaning, right? Gio was just watching a movie.
I was just watching a movie.
Yeah.
I got curious. I wanted to see because I wanted to see what Ben Stiller was up to. I was like, that looked like so much fun what he was doing, and I got to do it. And I did it. And holy shit, did I do it. I remember
with the face mask.
I remember the first time I coomed was I was at a hotel, and literally it was like my mom and my dad took me and my brother to West Virginia at this hotel. They're like, we're going on a little weekend vacation. And I was really excited, but literally they were just taking us to a casino so they could go gamble. And so me and Rocco just stayed in the hotel the whole time. So I remember.
So you're in this one room with your brother?
But I went to the bathroom. Thank you very much.
Just making sure.
I went to the bathroom. No incestual here, but
right.
I went to the bathroom and I was like, well, there's nothing else to do. I'll just jerk my peen in this bathroom. And so I did, and I coomed on the tile floors. And I was like, and it wasn't white. It was very clear, but I just remember just being like.
Yeah, I feel like at that age you're just shooting blanks.
I was just like, this is the coolest, most badass thing I've ever done.
Yeah, you got a built-in squirt gun.
Yeah. It was awesome. I also remember the first time I coomed white.
Really?
Do you remember the first white coom you had?
No.
I was on vacation, bro. And I remember, dude, this is so crazy. I coomed, and then I went into the bathroom. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, you're a man. I said that to myself. I go, you're a man.
Yeah, I get hyped up.
You can produce kids.
Wow. That's a big day.
It is a big day.
Yeah.
It's also something I shouldn't be sharing with everybody, but here I am, dude. So, what's up? I don't care. But yeah.
He's a baby-making machine.
I am a dude. You want some babies, bro? Hit me up. I might become a fucking sperm donor.
You can make good money doing that. You can make...
You can make like fucking $200 a pop.
Yeah, I think you can make like $4,000 a month for jacking off.
Dude, fucking count me in though, cause I'll jerk.
What's that? That's like almost $50,000 a year.
Yeah, $50,000 a goddamn.
Just hitting the wank.
And then say you got time to wank, bro. You can go to your own. You can go to your other job.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're making $50,000 there.
Shout out to sperm banks. You're hooking it up because
that's $100,000.
You can just do that as a side hustle. Like you go to work, lunch break. Oh, you know what? I'm feeling kind of yorny. I'm gonna
coom in this little bottle.
Yeah, and then you go back to work. After work, maybe I could make some more kids.
I'm always plotting my next coom. So, I could just make money out of plotting these cooms.
That's definitely good. But
to answer your question, I don't cry when I jerk off, but I did cry a little tear of joy, I just remember. And I got really happy with myself the first time I coomed white, because I was just like, you're a fucking baby-making machine, dude. You can do whatever you want, anything you put your mind to. I remember thinking that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's actually it for all the questions. We covered a lot of good stuff here today. Did. And I just want to thank you for coming in. I think you're a great guy. And I'm so glad that you went through this experience with me and we got to do this. We got to break away from the Amish tradition.
Yeah. I'm happy to be here. Happy to share these stories, the good and bad,
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing that we could be here today, and we were a tight-knit group of people when we were in this school. And everyone was like family. I mean, we saw the same... I mean, at most, like, the biggest... Like, we started off first grade with, like, 24 kids.
Yeah, and then...
by fourth, we had 9. And then by 8th grade year, we had 16.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just, like, a weird, like... But everyone was so close. And I don't...
Because, like, with that few kids... Everyone knows everything about it.
Yeah, you're seeing the same kids every you don't go you see the same kids for every class. You have the same teacher for all 8 years. They're just like family, and I don't talk to any of them anymore.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, which you know what, if you're watching this, which I'm sure maybe some of you are, but probably a lot of you aren't. Just shout out to you. Thanks for making this childhood pretty crazy, a good time.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
you.
you guys. But yeah,
You're the true heroes.
You guys are the true heroes, you fucking weird motherfuckers. Some of these motherfuckers are weird, and they need to be locked away. And I've been looking at you guys for a while now, and I just want to say, some of y'all need to be put away, and that's cool. But shout out to y'all. So yeah, but thanks for coming in, dude. And
yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thanks Avery for fucking doing nothing.
Yeah, really.
Fucking up everything. And I'll see you around, dude.
Absolutely.
Peace.